And the next one is from J2 Innovations. J2 Innovations is a leading platform provider for smart buildings, smart equipment, and IoT. And we have Steve here who's going to give us a short 15-minute demo. Steve, take it away.
Thank you, Sam, and welcome everybody. I appreciate your attendance today. It's exciting to be here. My name is Steve Glimpf. I'm Director of Strategic Partnerships here at J2 Innovations. I'm lucky enough to be joined by a colleague of mine, Matteo Carone. Matteo is head of our global strategy at J2 Innovations, and he also wears another hat rack. He's in charge of our professional services team over in EMEA. So today what I wanted to show you was really just give you a quick overview, a couple of slides, introducing you to J2 Innovations, the company. What is our core technology? And that's called the Fin framework. And then I'd like to walk you through kind of a step-by-step demonstration of one of our application suites, which is called Micro BMS. So let me move forward here. So J2 Innovations, the name of our company, we're a pure play software company. We are the creators of the Fin framework. And if you're curious, Fin, the acronym, stands for Fluid Integration Network. Fin really at its core, it's a modular, powerful, and highly customizable application development platform. And it's really uniquely positioned and built to power the edge. So Fin is very powerful at the edge, and it helps our customers and our OEM partners create solutions for smart equipment, smart buildings, and the Internet of Things. So a little background, the company was founded back in 2008, so we're a little over 12 years old. The Fin framework, we're on our fifth release, generation release of the platform. So it's a very mature platform. And of course, we continue to invest in the platform to take it forward and innovate on the platform. Another key note is, if you're not familiar with Project Haystack, J2 Innovations is actually a co-founder, a founding member of Project Haystack. And Project Haystack is really an open source initiative to bring sense to all the data that's out there and the sea of data that's out there in buildings. And it really provides meaning to that data, utilizing what we call semantic tagging, also known as metadata. So today, we're going to focus on and discuss what are the challenges and requirements that exist in creating a smart building. So I think you would agree that today, and really for many years, traditional legacy building automation systems have really been too costly, I would say cumbersome, definitely proprietary, and pretty complex to be adopted and implemented in the light commercial building space. However, I think the paradigm's changing, obviously with today's push to meet ever increasing energy regs, and the absolute requirement now with the pandemic to ensure that buildings are safe, secure, and comfortable for the building occupants. I think it's the adoption and implementation of these new technologies and building automation systems is really imminent. So what we set out to do was, what if there was a way to really provide a BMS solution that was purpose-built really from the ground up to provide all of the feature and functionality of a traditional BAS without the cost and complexity. So that's where Micro BMS comes in. As I mentioned, it's an application suite built on top of the Fin framework. Micro BMS, it's very robust, even though we target like commercial building space. I like to call it an out-of-the-box plug-and-play appliance. It's really an ideal solution to address this large segment of the buildings market that really heretofore has been underserved and under-penetrated. And I would also submit to you that it's really a great opportunity for a lot of system integrators in both the mechanical contracting segment as well as electrical to really open up new opportunities and drive incremental revenue streams into their business by basically recanvassing some of the buildings and facilities in their territories and going back to these markets and being able to go back in and seamlessly integrate a full-fledged BMS system for those customers and really drive more adoption and broaden their customer base. So without further ado, I'm going to jump over into this Micro BMS demo for you and share with you the ease of which you can set this up. And what you're looking at right now is the first step in this Micro BMS builder. So we're looking at the building setup, and I kind of cheated a little bit. I got ahead of the curve here due to the fact that we've got limited time. But step number one, I've put in this, for example, this would be a courthouse square building. You put in the address right here, so you can see that I put it in. Down to the square footage, I'm saying it's a 15,000 square foot building. Put in the United States. These are drop down menus too, so you have the ability to be able to type it in and then or use the drop down. You put in your time zone, and in this building, I'm going to say there's 2 floors. So then I move over to this arrow here, which takes me intuitively to step 2. So in this step, what I'm going to say.
Sorry, Steve, we cannot see your screen.
Oh, you can't?
We're still seeing the PowerPoint.
Okay. Let's see, maybe. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me try that. Great. That working?
Is there any way you can put it in presentation mode? And if it is for you, then I would suggest stopping the screen share and starting again.
Let's see. Should be.
That looks good.
You can see it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry about that, folks.
No
So
worries.
anyway, I went through my building setup, which I talked through, which you didn't see. Then it moved me to set up step 2. So in this building, you see here, I've got this toggle. I'm going to say on floor 1, we've got 2 rooms, and in floor 2, we're just going to have 1. So you can get to it over here to the right, as you see my cursor. I put in 2 floors, and then in this 2 rooms, I should say, and then in this area, I put in 1. Okay, then it moves me to my next tab, and here we are going to we're going to label the areas. Okay, so we want to give it some context on floor 1. So floor 1, we're going to say this is the courtroom. Then make sure I come over here and click the checkbox. Down here, I'm moving to area 2. I hope you can see this okay. And I'm just going to call this the admin office area. And hit click there. And then floor, this third area, this floor is going to be my basement. This will contain some of the metering and different infrastructure within the building. Right. So now it's got context, so it's going to be nice and clear for us. So in the courtroom area, I can toggle over here, and I'm going to say we got 1 set of lights. You can do it from this side or right here. I've got 1 HVAC system, no meters. Drop down to my admin office, and I'm going to say 1 set of lights. We do have an HVAC unit there, no meters there. And then I drop down to the basement, and with similar, 1 set of lights, HVAC. And then down here, I'm going to say there's 3 meters. So again, you can click on it over here and put in the number, or just use the toggle, whatever you're comfortable with. So at this juncture, I hit next, and it's loading the templates that are included in my Micro BMS. It scanned and found them. So now I go ahead and click again. So again, the whole purpose of this is to keep it simple so that you don't need a highly skilled mechanical contractor to come out and do this. It's really for the de-skilled folks out there that would like to have a building automation system and all the benefits that come with it, but don't really want to deal with the cost and complexity. That was the whole design principle behind this. So now we look at here, we've got all our available templates that have shown up. Gives you your different suppliers by by the different device type. And so what I'm going to do, and also just to point out, so right through here, these are the icons. These are our BACnet devices. And down here, this icon here is our Modbus. So I'm going to just select all of these and then hit next. Okay, so then we move to the next step here where we're at the equipment configuration stage. So I'm just going to drop down menu here. In my lighting, I've got this supplier, it's lighting device A. Very simple. And down here, I've got my HVAC controller. And I'm on floor 1 still. And another light, say it's lighting supplier B. Drop down again, my HVAC controller. Now I'm going to the basement area. You can see, drop down here, do the same thing. Whatever supplier it is, I'm going to pick that. Now I'm going to do my energy meter. Let me make it the Modbus. Let me back up there. My energy meter. And scroll down. And I've got gas meter. And then last but not least, my water meter. Again, very intuitive. Move on from there. Oops, did I go? I think I clicked. Sorry about that. Let me do that quickly again. Got that. I think I clicked the back button there, which messed me up for a quick second. But you get the idea. This is obviously very intuitive and pretty seamless to go through, as long as you don't fat finger something like I just did. Bus meters, energy here, gas, and my water meter. Next, and that should take us to. Okay, so now we've got that all configured, and what we're going to do here is we've got the online discovery button over here to the right, which is going to give us our device IDs and determine whether it's IP or serial port connected. So we hit that, and it's filled in for us, as you see. And then I go to the final screen, which is my project is ready. So the 8 steps, which is very intuitive. Again, I had a little flub up there, so forgive me for that. But I hope you get the gist of the ease and of implementation and setup. Basically, it's wizard configuration driven. So let's take a look at our landing page. And this is really your main dashboard that it takes you to. And I like to call it a single pane of glass, a central location. It really gives you the comprehensive view of all your building systems and the current status. So very clean graphics, not too cluttered at all. And then over here, you have the ability on the far left here, the menu area, to get to your alarms, although you could click on your alarms over here. I'm going to just click on those, get your alarms for your HVAC, lighting, and metering. We see right here, we've got a high priority. So you would just toggle over to the right. You can either acknowledge it, but I'm going to go ahead and report it to our support folks. So it's creating a ticket. And similarly for lights and metering. We've also got over here on the left, you've got a roll up of your current maintenance status, maintenance notes you see up top here. You've got ticketing here. What are some open tickets? What's in process? And then your overall maintenance contract status, how many days you've got left. So very informative and detailed information at the click of a button. And then your HVAC units that you configured again, you have the ability out here in the admin office to go in and see what's happening. You click on that button there, gives you a comprehensive view of your fan speed, air protection, or direction, I should say, and ventilation and fan speed. So again, really a bird's eye view into the operation of the building. And finally, with lights. the same type of capability. So let me also share with you some of the apps that exist that were created from Micro BMS application. Right here, we've got air quality, energy, gas, and water, and then a reporting app that really rolls up reports. So just to give you a quick look at the air quality, which is very important, obviously, with the pandemic and all of the retrofitting that's going on with putting air quality sensors and such into buildings to make them smart. You really have a nice dashboard here to give you that capability and see the overall health of the building, as well as your energy, which this dashboard basically shares with you what your energy usage today, this month, this year, lifetime energy. So a very good roll up comparing yesterday's and today's. And then you have a month by month energy and production graph right there. Same with the gas and water. So another nice cool thing here is the reporting tool. Again, this takes you to an overall summary for your building operation and efficiency during the month, whatever the time period, and then you can export this report to a PDF to share with management and colleagues. So at this juncture, I'll try to share my screen again and make sure I didn't mess this up, but I wanted to show you an edge to cloud type capability. So really, we have the ability to any Fin instance or Fin Micro BMS instance that is out there, you have the ability to now easily access that building data and the equipment and systems remotely and securely without the need of a VPN. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it, Steve, but just letting you know if you could wrap it up in about 45 seconds.
Got
So
it.
we can jump
Okay.
into other things.
Yeah, so the message here is, as I mentioned, this gives you the ability to, no matter anywhere in the world that you are, on your phone, on your tablet, etc., to be able to tunnel into the various sites. And this is basically just depicting, I click on that site, and this is giving you the ability for remote access into your BMS or Micro BMS location. So with that, I don't want to overstep my time, but appreciate the opportunity today. And if you have any questions, we certainly would like to talk to you about the areas of opportunity out there in your business to leverage Fin framework and Micro BMS.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Steve. Before we head into the Q&A, J2 Innovations is offering a giveaway. The Take Fin for a Spin class is a personalized hands-on experience using the Fin framework to integrate data, model the data using haystack tagging method, creating a variety of data views such as summary screens, equipment, floor graphics, schedules, alarms, and history charts. And this is valued at $299. So you know the drill. If you are interested in this course, type in J2 Innovations Rocks in the chat box, and we'll select a lucky winner after the Q&A. So Steve, the first question we have is this a good application for existing facilities with AHU, chiller, boiler, pump systems that do not have an existing BAS? And if so, any ballpark cost and how much cheaper it is? And they're asking how much cheaper it is than Siemens? Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, really, the Micro BMS can really be deployed in a lot of different building types. We've really focused on the underserved sections of the market that I mentioned earlier, K through 12, retail, local municipalities, if you will. We have another application suite that complements Fin Micro BMS, which is Fin Eco, and that's Fin Equipment Control Optimization application, and that's a purpose built for chiller plant optimization, mechanical room optimization. So that would be another area to focus on. This is really from Micro BMS is really meant for less complex buildings. So and then from a cost perspective, Fin framework is just licensed software by the number of data points that you're pulling into the system. And it's very, very scalable in terms of being able to upgrade in the field in real time. So yeah, I'd be more than happy to take that up with whoever's asking the question. We'd certainly love to have the opportunity to talk further.
Perfect. And last question we have time for, how much energy analytics can be performed using your tool, and is it cyber secure?
Energy analytics. So Matteo, I might let you jump in on that one. I mean, I will say, obviously, Fin is we have open APIs, and we integrate with many of the analytics packages northbound that could ingest the data that's normalized from the Fin framework with the haystack tagging, and now that and really enable those analytics platforms and enterprise applications to take advantage of that data. Matteo, do you have any other further thoughts on that?
You nailed it correctly. So we
Okay.
also have an engine inside that can give you the possibility to do analytics operations. On the cybersecurity topic, as we are a Siemens company, as you know, so we need to follow the strict rules in cybersecurity. And so we always do pen testing and all this kind of testing in order to ensure the maximum level of cybersecurity for the whole products.
Thank you.